Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Inspired Nation. This is your girl Yeyise welcoming you to this platform, Inspired Nation with Yeyise, in this very brand new year, 2023. Am I just not excited to be here, to see this day, to see this year, to be here alive, healthy, having a balanced life? Guys, there is such a lot to be thankful for. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a great time over the holiday season, and I hope you had a chance to recharge, to just plug into the self, the inner you, so that as you come back, you bounce focused, more driven, wanting to achieve all of these dreams, all of these goals, all of these desires that you know very well you have, and they sort of feed your purpose. Guys, I don't want to get so much into today's topic before the actual delivery, I want to make sure that I transition smoothly into that after having done everything that I've prepared to share with you all. Before we do that, I do want to invite you, if you're joining in for the very first time, to subscribe to this channel. We are all about upliftment, inspiration, to build a sense of worthiness to achieve dreams. You know that you cannot achieve dreams that you don't feel worthy to achieve. So you have to have a sense of worth. You have to feel valuable. You have to feel worthy of those dreams. I don't want to preach again before the actual delivery. So I want to invite you to subscribe, please, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that every time we post anything, you are the first one to know. Before I get into today's session, I want to invite you to buy our Inspired Nation mugs. They have affirmations. We have a wide range of these mugs. This one has just like a whole lot of affirmations that can help you remain inspired. Remember, we are all about inspiration here at Inspired Nation. So please feel free to reach out on our social media pages or on my WhatsApp on 76048901 to get yourself one lovely mug. We also have our affirmation cards. They come in a set of 21 with the affirmation stand at only 150, and our mugs are also 150. So you can just gift yourself as you start the year with something that can keep you inspired and encouraged to keep moving forward, to go for those dreams, to move towards your dreams. I'm just gonna pick this one and read it to you, and it will be your message as we are starting. My greatest power today is sharing the joy of who I am with the world. My greatest power is sharing who I am, the joy of who I am, the essence of who I am, getting people to have a taste of who Yeyise is, getting people to have a taste, the world, the universe, to have a taste of who you are. We want to feel you. Your energy feeds off ours too. So rub good energy, let's feel you. We also will be having our vision books back in stock as of the 20th of January. We don't have our gratitude journals in stock yet, but we'll keep you posted. Let's get into our content for the day. I am super excited about that one. So today I decided to share with you all my experience with 2022. Just reflections. Honestly, I'm going to just pick on highlights because, wow, God did the most. As expected, when you are deliberate, when you believe in this power that God created, that is you, when you join him in believing that you are worthy and that you love yourself, you come in agreement with the greater one, with God, for making this massive decision of bringing you here. When you come into agreement and start being deliberate about asking and believing and allowing, and stopping to doubt, allowing things they just like flow into your experience, man. I do want to share with you some of my experiences with the year 2022. So yeah, please stay with me here. Yeah, so just to indulge you, I started the year 2022 with my vision intact. I wrote down the things that I would love of God. So what I normally do, I create a vision board. As some of you may be aware, I'm also a partner with Betha Sitole. We host vision board parties. We started one back in 2022, just last year, man. I'm like back, it's like a long time ago. Last year, June, we hosted the first ever vision board party in this country, and that speaks to having a vision. That speaks to being a visionary, guys, bringing things that will uplift people, bringing things that can be replicated to empower Emaswati. I'm very proud of that. So I start off with a vision board. Depends on how I feel. Sometimes I just create the vision board in the sense that it's like the big picture, what I want to see maybe in 5 years. And then I use my Inspired Nation vision book, which helps with a lot of things. Journey mapping, it helps you track progress, you outline your goals, your monthly tasks, etc. And then I put down that whole list of things that I would love for that year. So I did that. I finished doing my vision book on the 2nd of January last year. And one of the things that I had in there was to have multiple streams of income. And it felt easy. You know, in 2021, I had that as well. But I had this resistance. I had this idea that where will I get this money from? You know, or what ideas do I have? What will bring the money? You know, so I had those questions. And when you get into the how, it sort of creates resistance and works on your faith, meaning it works on your allowing that desire to manifest, to come. So when I said it, when I wrote it in 2022 again, it felt easy. I even smiled. I could tell that it's coming. So then I had that one. I also had on my vision board last year, I had an engagement ring. I had also a wedding ring. I also had written that I'd like to visit a different country every year. In terms of work, I said to God, you know what, I'd like you to elevate me. I want more engagements with headquarters. You know, I just had different aspects of my life laid out and what I'm asking of God. I did not limit myself because I do believe that our God is limitless. Lo and behold, on the very next day, I get into meditation in the morning, and as I was meditating, just as I was finishing, ideas came in. God said, haven't you been doing gratitude journaling for the last year plus, and hasn't it yielded a beautiful transformation within you? And I said, yes, I'm listening. Come on with it. Bring it in. And he said, why don't you create a gratitude journal so that others can benefit too? And in that way, you will also have another stream of income. And I was like, okay, I'm listening in. And then he said, you have also been writing your vision. You just finished yours last year. How do you think people should do this? Why don't you create something that can help others to do as such and also manifest their dreams just as you are? And I said, God, I am your servant. How may I serve? Please tell me. And he said, create a vision book. And he also said, affirmation cards, because you've been working on affirmations. I had been doing affirmations from 2020, which helped me a lot in building confidence, my self-esteem, my self-worth, you know. So I was like, wow. When I got out of that meditation, immediately the next day, a manifestation was happening from writing down. Today, I want us to talk about writing your vision down. I want us to talk about creating a vision board and writing the dreams that you have down, and stop asking yourself how, when, who. Just do as God says. When it comes in, do it. So this is what I did on that day. I got out of meditation. I was like singing, praising. You know what? You know the whole excitement, that high energy vibe. I was right there on that frequency of God, that high frequency. I was just like, you are here with me. Yes, I was like, it's happening. I'm learning to create my life, to create the desires that I have, and see them manifest. But also not just ones that I see around, but rather listening my intuition, following my intuition, and learning from my own guidance system, my own God, that space where you are just like you and the one that is bigger than you. I learned to follow that. I did not sleep on the 3rd of January 2022. I was working on these, putting together affirmations that you find at the bottom, creating, making sure that there's also some coloring activities, some reflection, etc., etc. I was also working at this one. I'm telling you, at 5-6 a.m. I was still up. And that is what happens when you are in the frequency of allowing. You create time to allow God to speak to you and not be a chatterbox, always praying, no time to listen. He doesn't even know where to find you with those answers for the prayers that you've been praying, because you don't create time to just sit and listen. And just listen, okay? I got that. So these, rather, were products of practicing writing down and also creating time for you and your God. So I acted at that time. As the vision came, I acted on it. It's one of the lessons that I'll share with you later on as I pull from my experiences. So when you get that vision, write it down, act on it. Don't ask how, don't ask why, don't ask how will I, don't ask who am I. When you get it, it's yours. Do it. Just do it. Okay? And then towards the end of the year, I had to tell you this. On Christmas Day, my fiance proposed. Another check in that vision book. Before we got there, in April, my partner went to school, my fiance now, of course. He went to school 2020 in the UK, and they could not graduate because of COVID. The graduation kept being postponed, and earlier this year they wrote to us and said they will be hosting the graduation, and he was like, "You guys, we are going." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, we are going. I've got this under control. I'm taking care of this. We're doing it." And I went to England for the first time. It was in my dreams. I did not ask how. I did not plan how. I did not put any budget. I'm not saying don't budget. I'm going to get to that. But it happened because I asked of it. And the greater one that knows how to pull resources for all of us pulled it for me and brought it to me. When I got back, I got an email from my boss, who told me that I am nominated to attend the International AIDS Conference in Canada at the end of July and beginning of August. I was like, I've never been to Canada. I'm going to Canada. I did not plan for it. God pulled it for me because I asked him. He is limitless. He does not operate within the confines of what we know. We sort of tend to limit ourselves, what we ask of God in these vision books and stuff. We limit it to the streams of income that we have because we are humans. We lean on our own understanding. And yet, when we ask all of it and just leave it to him, he pulls all the cooperative components of this universe to make these things come to fruition. to bring them to us. I won't get into this so many details, but I want to also share with you that from April to September, I will be working from Washington, D.C., because I wrote down that I'd like more engagement with headquarters and make more contributions in my workplace. An opportunity came in 2022 where I had to apply to do some exchange program at work, and I was selected, one of 7 people. I believe it's 5 of which will be in person in DC, including your very own. And then the other 2 will do their exchange work virtually. In this way, God added another stream of money for me, because everything will be taken care of while I still get my salary too. God also, through this opportunity, gave me another avenue to pursue my studies once more. This opportunity came with $10,000 worth of education, tuition fee, and the exposure that I asked for. I am only saying to you, there is this infinite source of intelligence. There is this infinite source of everything that is available to you, to me, to everybody. To everybody. And we already know some of the principles that helps us to tap into that massive energy, massive insight, massive guidance, massive resources. We already know some of the principles, and one of them is writing the vision down, writing what you are asking, because that is spiritual. That is a spiritual practice, because it causes you to ask yourself who you are and what you are about, because your vision has to speak to your purpose. If you're asking things that are relevant to other people and not necessarily resonate with you, you miss the mark. You miss the mark. You never see them. It feels heavy. It feels tiring. It feels awful. Those are my highlights for 2022. I implore you this year, do write your vision down. It's miraculous, the things that happen. Just write it and trust. Write it and trust. Just write it and trust. Please, write it and trust. Don't ask yourself how it's going to come about. Write it and trust your purpose, and trust that the fact that it resonates with you, it feels good to you, it feels right, it feels like the thing for you, it's going to come. That's for sure. So from that experience, I wanted to draw some lessons that I want to share with you in order to achieve your dreams. Number 1, you need to connect. You need to learn to connect with yourself, because you cannot connect with your dreams and desires without having the ability to connect with who you are and what you are about, and understand that purpose. Because when you know the purpose, then the desires that sort of like drive you towards that purpose, that calling, they become clearer. Number 1, I learned through meditation, through spending time silent. And meditation is not like a difficult thing. It's just like being still. Just create time to be by yourself. Whether you're reading, sometimes just being quiet. And there's also something called solitude. Just sitting still, looking at a candle, or looking at a flower, or looking at the clouds, or just like getting your mind focused on one thing. It helps you to just go inside. Ideas flow in a miraculous way. I won't be able to explain it to you. You have to do it. You have to do it to feel it for yourself. So now my lesson from last year, number 1, is that you cannot connect with your dreams without having connected with yourself first. Learn to know who you are, what you're about. You know, people will cash out on you like nothing if you don't know your worth. You determine your worth. They won't tell you that you are stooping low. They'll just keep milking you because you're available. Number 2, Be the main character in your story. Stop being a bystander in your own story. Stop letting other people run your life, run your dreams. They run your dreams not directly sometimes. It is you comparing yourself to them and catching up with them. You're just living their lives. You're living your life through theirs. You don't even know who you are. Connect with yourself, and then you'll be able to be the main character, to know yourself. And to do that, create the time with you. Understand what makes you tick, what rings your bells. Who are you really? And what are you about here on this planet? Number 3, resist the urge to get back at them. As you try to be more positive, to just live in this space of peace, you will still encounter people that will sort of like take you off that, and that will only be a reflection of some of the feelings that you still have of inadequacy within you, because what we get is just like reflection. But all I'm trying to say is protect your energy. It feels awful, it feels tiring, it wears you down when you try to prove them, or show them who you are or what you're made of, or when you are kanji. Resist that urge to sort of show people who you are. You don't need to. You don't owe them. You don't owe them. Number 4, be easy. Be easy. I used to be this person that is known that she has attitude, and attitude is heavy, man. It's negative energy. Be easy. Be nice to people. Laugh. It doesn't mean that you're stooping low. It doesn't mean that people will then take advantage of you. It's the energy that you have that will make people respond in certain ways to you. By being easy, I mean your emotions. Watch yourself, your mood. When you wake up in the morning, why are you mad? Why are you shouting? Be easy. Learn to find some peace within you and be easy with yourself. That helps your spirit, because that's your lived experiences. That's your life unfolding. Be light-hearted. Let things go. Flow with this good, positive energy. And then number 5, trust your ideas. Like I said, from my own experience with Inspired Nation, when I got the idea, I acted on it. Mind you, I still have so many other ideas that I have received in the past and never acted on them. I want you to mark this. And never acted on them. And because I never acted on them, 2-3 years down the line, I would see somebody implementing that idea, and I would be like, haven't you had that experience where you think about something and you're like, why hasn't somebody thought about doing this? Why hasn't somebody solved this problem? It's ideas coming to you. You're the one identifying the problem. You're supposed to bring in the solution. But you are not in the vicinity of receiving from God. You're busy with other things. You don't have even time to be still so that you can get ideas and get clear. Everybody has received ideas that can bring a fortune into their lives. All of us. You receive 4 or 5 ideas even in a month, and you don't act on them, and then the next year or something, somebody's implementing that idea. Trust your ideas. They are valid. They come from God. Trust your ideas. They are yours. And when you get those ideas, act on them. Stop trying to figure out the how. Just ask, as the Bible says, and it is given when you ask. Now, to end our session with this year, those are my reflections and lessons from 2022. To end this session, I want to just say these affirmations for you to internalize. I want you to learn to trust. Just trust, as I said earlier. Write down your dreams, your goals, and trust God, and just trust. So now say these affirmations after me, or either inside or out loud. It's always nicer when you speak to yourself and you hear the sound of your voice. Now let's go. I surrender my intentions to the infinitely intelligent God. I surrender my struggle and hard work to God. I now allow God to reveal to me what is of the highest good for me and for all. I slow down and listen to the impeccable guidance available within me. I now let go of all that I cannot do for myself, and I allow infinite intelligence to do what I cannot do for me. I accept that good things come easy. I accept that I am worthy of ease and a good life. I am worthy of my dreams. I anchor myself in the stream of positive energy. I allow negative burdens of thoughts to be washed away from my mind, and my mind is open to positive emotions and experiences. I allow myself to flow with the energy of God. I allow myself to believe in my dreams. I believe in my dreams. These are the affirmations that I am leaving you with for your 2023, and my message for you is from those lessons that I shared with you. What I wanna sort of reiterate is that you need to trust your ideas. Trust them. When you trust them, you know they come from source. When they come in your mind, it's because God believes that you can do it. And when those ideas come, you should know that it's your chance of making a fortune as well, because you're not here to watch others have a good life. You are here to be a main character in your own story. You are here to let us feel the goodness of who you are. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'd love to wish you a very, very prosperous 2023. I missed you all on this platform, but thank you for tuning in. Again, remember to subscribe. There's more coming in. There is more from the source within here in store for you, to inspire, to uplift you, to educate you about ways in which you can improve your life, enhance your life, and more than anything, to manifest, because you are here to manifest, to create things and see them coming to life. You are a creator. You are co-creating your reality with God every single day. I love you all, my inspired fam. Until we meet again, take care and make sure that you remain inspired.